Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek, you're watching Kevin the Geek, and I'm back to watch the second episode of Are You Dave Gorman? I loved the first episode. You guys really loved it. There was a lot of you who had never seen the show before, like me, that you experienced it for the first time, and we just love how much of a brilliant storyteller Dave Gorman truly is. Um, Now, of course, since doing that that first episode, I have also done a reaction to Modern Life is Goodish, which was a much more recent show. I did. It was a random one, I think, from like the fourth series because it mentioned about him potentially being a bit of a geek. That one I found really hilarious. What I did find as well is that that video, although I was able to get it up on YouTube, it is partially blocked. So if you are here and watching this one and you can't find the original version, then I'm going to include a link down below, and that's going to take you to the Modern Life is Goodish. I'm going to upload it at a second location that can be viewed by people who just couldn't see the original YouTube version. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I presume we're basically going to kind of continue from where we left off with the last one. So yeah, get yourself sat down, get yourself a drink, a snack, or whatever you want to do. But most importantly, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and make sure that you like the button and drop your comments down below. But enough talking, let's get reacting.
Hello, my name is Dave Gorman. For the last few months, myself, my flatmate Danny, his video camera, and my credit card have been trying to find, meet, shake the hand of, and photograph everyone we can called Dave Gorman. We've been trying to find 54 Dave Gormans because Danny has challenged me to find one for every card in the deck, including the Jokers. He's that kind of flatmate.
Yep.
Our first Dave Gorman lives in East Fife.
Hello, my name's Dave Gorman.
He told us about his son, who's also called Dave Gorman.
Hello, my name is David Gorman.
From there, we went back down to London, managed to meet this man.
Hello.
Hello.
Before heading back all the way back up to Glenrothes to meet this fella.
Hello, my name's David Gorman.
And then into Edinburgh to meet this one.
Hello, my name's Dave Gorman.
We've even been to France.
I love his
But he wasn't
sideburns.
in. We finally met him in Greenwich.
Hello, my name is David Gorman.
Hello, my
And
name
that's
is
where we
David
are.
Gorman.
We've so far met 6 Dave Gormans.
Nice.
Hello,
My
name
name
is
is David Gorman.
Nice little
We've
edit.
travelled 3,364 miles to meet them, giving us a statistic of 561 miles per Dave Gorman. Which is annoying, because we're trying to stay somewhere between 300 and 500 miles per Dave Gorman.
Yes.
Let me make that a little bit easier for you. This is the graph. Now, that little golden cone there, that's the golden cone of Gormanus. That's our target area. That's what we're aiming to. Anywhere in there, as you can see, we've popped out the top there. That is our margin of error. Okay? That is 61 miles per Dave Gorman wrong. However, I was born in the Midlands, so I figured maybe that would be a hot spot for Dave Gormans. That's where we headed to next, okay? This is the journey into Wolverhampton, first of all, to meet our first one. We managed to find him. He works in a club. He used to work for the RAF, but he's a lovely fella. Here he is, Dave Gorman. Oh, and if you don't believe this is the West Midlands, I think we do well to hear his voice.
Hello, my name is Dave Gorman.
There you
Hey.
go, lovely fella, drives a Capri. He does, he takes it very seriously. He's got several of them, if you don't believe me.
So I drive around in Capris as well. I'm a Capri nut.
It's a Capri nut.
You've got like more than one Capri, yeah? Properly.
Yeah, that's great.
At which point I look a bit frightened. He's a nice fellow though, and he's really into the whole Gorman family thing. He lives in Wolverhampton, but he's really connected to his Irish roots. It's an Irish name. This is his mobile phone, right? That, very hard to read, is the Gaelic motto of the Gorman family.
Okay.
Programmed into his mobile phone. Every time he turns it on, he can read in Gaelic the phrase "first and last in battle." That's how into
Wow.
the Gorman thing he is. And you know what? I don't care. I couldn't care less. Because this isn't about Gormans. This is about Dave Gormans. This isn't about the Gorman family. This is about the Dave Gorman brotherhood. I'm not interested in any of that at all. So we travelled from Wolverhampton down into Bromsgrove. We managed to meet this fella.
Hello. My name's Dave Gorman.
From Bromsgrove, we then headed into Royal Leamington Spa, where Dave Gorman refused to meet me. I know. It's shocking, isn't it? We tried everything, but we got into Royal Leamington Spa, we found his number, we gave him a ring, we parked the car at this is it, this is what happened.
Hello, can I speak to David Gorman, please? My name is David Gorman. All I wanted to know is if it was possible for me and a friend and a video camera. No, like 10 minutes. Literally, come along. No, honestly, 10 minutes.
And you see, I'm being perfectly polite there, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm just on the phone going, look, we've just come round, it won't take long, we'll just meet you. He's going, no, 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 not playing, not having any of it. We've written him a letter the day after, he will not meet us, he refuses. And I hate him for it.
Boo!
The worst thing about it is I think Danny was enjoying it.
You spoke to him, though?
Yeah, you spoke to him.
Had a conversation
You had a conversation with him.
with a Dave Gorman.
You didn't meet.
It's another one.
You didn't know. You didn't meet him, though, did you?
Like you heard me talking to him for a while there.
I heard you talking to someone, but we haven't met another Dave Gorman. That doesn't count as cheating. That doesn't count.
Controversial.
And the worst thing about that is I think Danny's got a point.
Yeah.
I think he's right. It isn't enough to know that they exist. I want to shake their hands.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So he doesn't count. And you know what? I'm annoyed because I want to show you his face. I want you to know what he looks like and know what he sounds like. And I can't show you that. I've got no choice but to guess. I've never met him, but I think he might look something like this. It's just a guess. Obviously, I might be wrong. He might look something like that. It's just a guess. I might be wrong. He might look something like that. Because we've gone to Wolverhampton and back and we've met 2 Dave Gormans, so we don't need Royal Leamington Spa. We saved a lot of miles there. We could have done that in 2 journeys, but we've learned we've saved a lot of miles, gone to Wolverhampton and then to Bromsgrove and then home. That's fantastic. 3 cheers for Wolverhampton, say I. 3 cheers for Bromsgrove, say I. Sod Royal Leamington Spa. We don't need him because this is what it's done to the graph.
Hey!
Back in the zone! That's what we want. That's where we belong there in the golden cone. That's exactly what we're
Yes!
after. We've now met 8 Dave Gormans. We've travelled 3,645 miles. That gives us 456 miles per Dave Gorman. Oh, that's a thing to be happy about.
Yes!
On target, that's not a problem. However, there is always something to throw you off course.
Damn it!
When we met this fella,
Hello.
you know the one who wrote the book that we think was sent to us by this one?
Oh, the one who lives in France.
Well, this one,
Hello.
lovely fella, you know, we had a nice time when we met him, shared a glass of wine and all that. And I had his book with me as well, and he's written a book. It's rude, isn't it, if you meet the author, not to ask him. So I did, I got him to sign it. He did sign it, here it is now. Now, that is a quality inscription on a book, as far as I'm concerned. You don't see that very often. To David Gorman, from David Gorman. That's the result. If you saw that in a second-hand bookshop, you'd think the world's loneliest man was giving himself a birthday present. Wouldn't you? It's a fantastic thing. I'm very proud to have that. Oddly, he's managed to write my name differently to his.
Yeah.
I can't do
I
that.
mean, you've got to separate it.
However, one of the conversations I have with all of them is to ask them how they would go about finding more Dave Gormans and so on. And I asked him, he was full of suggestions. He said, well, have you tried phone books? I said, yes. He said, have you tried the electoral register? I said, yes. And then he came up with a great idea.
One thing you can do, I mean, this is just one thing, is all the main domains like that, you can send an email out to davidgorman@aol.com or Dave Gorman or D Gorman or...
Yeah.
Oh!
I think that's that could be a very fruitful route for us.
Wow! That's awesome! Yeah, so if you do something like David Gorman at AOL, you could do then Dave Gorman at AOL. You could do David Gorman 1 at AOL. And then, like I said, you do all the others like MSN at, I mean, this is maybe a bit early, so, I mean, obviously now you could do like Google. There was Yahoo, MSN, you got Outlook now. Loads of potential options there. I like it.
That was his idea. I'll just explain that to anyone who doesn't understand him. What he's suggesting is you find internet service providers or big domain names and you write to Dave Gorman at that address and you send them an email and they might or might not exist. And that's what we decided to do. Myself and Danny sent about 3,000 emails out. It took us 2 days to do it. We found every internet service provider in the world that we could, and we tried every permutation of a Dave Gorman style email address. We'd do Dave Gorman, Dave.Gorman, Dave_Gorman, Gorman Dave, David Gorman, David.Gorman, David_Gorman, Gorman David, Davy Gorman, Davy.Gorman, etc. At everything we could find in the whole wide world. We sent out 3,000 emails. And then we sat and watched the computer almost explode. Things coming back all the time saying, message undelivered, address does not exist, message undelivered, address does not exist, message undelivered, address does not exist, message undelivered, address does not exist. 2 of them exist. One of them wrote back to me.
Hey!
He's saying, what the hell are you doing? I wrote about him saying, I'm trying to meet Dave Gormans. He said, I'd love to meet you, but I can't. I'm really busy. I've got a family. I'm flying out the country. I work long hours. Every excuse under the sun. I wrote about him saying, you only need 20 minutes. I will come to you wherever you are. Don't worry about it. Please say you will meet me. Eventually, he gave in.
Is he like Australia?
Eventually, he yielded to my charms. He sent me a very charming email. This is it. David, my flight is now scheduled for Tuesday morning, so I will have a couple of hours, 1200 to 1400, no the military styling there, on Monday, 22nd of May. We could get together if you can work it out. I'm staying in a hotel on a US military installation in Vicenza, Italy.
Ah!
My phone number is blah, blah, blah. Feel free to call and we'll work out the details. Thanks, David. Now, I opened that email on midnight Saturday. He can meet me noon Monday. Suffice to say, Sunday morning was a bit of a panic. I woke up in the certain knowledge that I was going to make that appointment. I had to fly out to Italy that day. So I run around. I ring travel agents. I managed to book 2 tickets from London to Venice. I run into Danny's room to wake him up. He's not there. That means that at his girlfriend's house, he doesn't give me her number. So I'm running around town now trying to find a friend of Hannah's. I find one, I bully her, get nothing. I bribe her, I get a result. I ring Hannah's house, I cause one almighty row. Imagine the scene. He's promised her the weekend, just the 2 of them, no more of this Dave Gorman nonsense. All of a sudden, I'm taking him to Venice. One of the most romantic cities in the world. She was furious. He wasn't happy either, but he's got no moral stance. He can't argue. I've already bought the tickets. He's got to come. So me and Danny, we flew out to Venice. If you don't believe me, here's my boarding card. There you go.
Nice.
Economy. It's not a happy life. We arrived in Venice. Here it is on the northeastern part of Italy. And I can tell you for a fact, it is absolutely impossible for 2 men to take a 2-day trip to Venice and not appear to be taking a romantic weekend away. Everywhere I went, a little nudge, a little wink. On the plane, I had a pudding. You want 2 spoons with that? Shocking. Really was.
Let's go for next
landed in
one.
Venice. If you don't believe me, here's more proof of me in Venice.
Hey!
Yeah, I can't talk now. I'm on a gondola. Lovely place, but we couldn't hang around. We couldn't hang around because we had to travel from Venice into Vicenza. It's only about 50 miles. It didn't take us very long on a train to get into there. We found a little hotel, £25 a night. They offered us 1 room. We took 2. And from there, I rang the military installation on which Dave Gorman was staying.
You are connected with the U.S. Army Vicenza switchboard.
He wasn't in.
Damn it!
But his wife was. So I spoke to her instead. I was getting worried. After that trip to France, I was half expecting to find he'd been transferred to some military exchange system. He was now guarding Buckingham Palace. However, he was fine. They were going to be at this restaurant the next day at 12. She said, it's absolutely fine. He's looking forward to meeting you. We're going to be with the family. You'll recognise us. We're the only ones there not in uniform. We'll have a bunch of kids with us. We're looking forward to it. I thought we were going to go all the way to Italy and not get him. We did get him. He's a lovely man. He's a gentleman soldier from Alabama, one of the most charming men I've ever met in my life. Lovely fella. Here he is, Dave Gorman. Oh,
hey!
Look at him. He's lovely, 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 lovely man. He really is. Really polite. You know, the southern states, they just kind of, everything, sir. It's beautiful. Lovely bloke. That's what he looks like. This is what he sounds like.
Hello.
My name is Dave Gorman.
And he was with the family exactly as she'd predicted.
Everyone smile.
There they are. Lovely, lovely family. But this is heartbreaking. It's absolutely devastating. You see this little baby here in his mother's arms, 18 months of age. That little boy there, his name is Justin David Gorman.
Oh! No!
Oh, can you imagine the fury in me there? In Italy, so near and yet so far, Justin David Gorman. Oh, to be honest, I think he was just as unhappy as I was. Really. Absolutely shocking. Couldn't they look at that family there, happy, smiling, unaware of the dark secret of a child they're tormenting me with. Little devil boy there. It's frightening, isn't it? However, there is some good news. Because this lad here, that's his eldest son, and his name is David Gorman. Yeah!
Hey!
That's what you wanted. All the way to Italy, you got 2 for 1 out of it. What great value Italy holds. I was delighted. What a pleasure. So we got to meet him as well, and there he is. Oh, what a lovely, lovely fella. Absolutely fantastic. What a great family. To be honest, I put that Justin David nonsense behind me. He's more than pulling his weight. We got 2 for 1 in Italy. What a fantastic result. Not just for Gentleman Soldier.
Hello.
But also a 10-year-old boy.
Hello, my name is David Gorman.
We got ourselves a father and son package.
1, 2, 3. Hello.
Our name is
Our name is David Gorman.
That is awesome. Oh my god. I mean, he must be having one hell of a journey doing this. I mean, not just the fun alone of trying to do this, but also the joy of being able to travel around the world as well. That's brilliant.
There they are in perfect harmony. Most importantly, we added 2 new Polaroids to the album. Okay, and incidentally, people do quibble when they see that photo. I'm going to just show you this properly. We have checked. He is a David Gorman and not a David Gorman. Okay, we've taken that seriously. So we left. Very, very excited. We'd gone to Italy expecting 1 Dave Gorman. We'd found 2. We left, but not before Dave Gorman Sr. took a nice little souvenir photo of us.
All right. That's great.
Thanks again.
No, thank you. Really, really do appreciate it.
It's been a
I know
pleasure.
you
Been a
haven't got
pleasure.
much time, and
It's great.
that was a pleasure.
Y'all take care, guys.
Do you know what makes me happy? I've met him, and I now know he started his collection. Makes me feel good.
Yes.
Now, I went to Italy expecting to find only 1 Dave Gorman. We found 2. That got me so excited. We left there. 20 minutes later, we were on a train on the way back to Venice. From Venice, we took a speedboat to the airport. I was so excited. I wanted to get home and draw that graph. I got my felt tips out on the plane. This is what happened to our graph on that trip.
Ooh.
So close! So it just popped out at the top. Isn't it infuriating? But think how much worse it would have been if it wasn't for this fella.
Hello, my name is David Gorman.
Oh, it'd be so much worse, wouldn't it? Without him, we'd be over here somewhere. That'd be crazy. Look at the margin of error. That'd be bigger than it is there. You see, we've done ourselves well. We've found 2. Most importantly now, we've taken our total to 10 Dave Gormans.
Yes.
And that delights me. Because I think 10 Dave Gormans in anyone's language, I think you'd all agree with me there, that's a focus group.
Yes.
These are the 10 Dave Gormans we've met. There they are. Now, let's compare them with a random sample of the population at large. Let's say maybe the first 5 people on the first 2 rows here. OK, so from you, madam, to you, sir, with the glasses, and the same on the row behind you. Now, I don't know how this is going to work out. Let's have a look. Of the 10 Dave Gormans we've met so far, I can tell you for a fact that 40% of them are Scottish. OK, and how does that compare? Is anyone here Scottish? OK, so you're 40% behind Dave Gormans there. I can also tell you that 30% of these Dave Gormans have got artificially enhanced eyesight. And that compares to 30% here as well. Contact lenses, well, you're cheating. I'm going to call it 30% because you're a charlatan. OK, so 30% there, well done, Dan. You're holding up their end there for them. That's 30% having artificial enhanced. One of the most obvious things, I think everyone spotted this straight away that compares with this sample. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. This Dave Gorman sample, they are clearly 100% male. which compares with only 60% from the sample of the population at large. So clearly, Dave Gorman's far from average at that point also. I think clearly, again, doesn't take much examination to realise that 40% of these men have lived with or live with people called Dave Gorman. And that compares with only, well, 10% of that population there. Well done, Danny, you're on the flatmates. So Dave Gormans, I think, far from average on every count there. That's nice to know. But let's consider them as just Dave Gormans alone. If we take a map of Europe, there it is, and we add an axis, horizontal and vertically, through my flat. If we add the locations of the Dave Gormans we've met so far, like so, let's consider, first of all, say, the Dave Gormans in Scotland. There they are. There's 3 in Glenrothes, 1 in Edinburgh. They're dragging us quite far north. And there's these 3 Dave Gormans down here, 2 in Italy, 1 in France. They're all dragging us quite far south. On average, it works out the average Dave Gorman lives approximately 15 miles north of my flat. However, if we consider the other axes, you can see that these Dave Gormans here, all the ones in Britain, are basically dragging us out west slightly, and the Dave Gormans in continental Europe are dragging us out east. Now, if you work that out, the average Dave Gorman lives approximately 217 miles to the east of my flat. I've worked it out, I've done the maths. I can tell you for a fact, the average Dave Gorman lives here. I've worked it out on a map, and know where it is. The average Dave Gorman lives in Katwijk aan Zee. It's on the coast of Holland. And you know the weirdest thing is, I've checked. And there isn't one there.
Damn it!
And I've been through the maths 4 or 5 times. It's definitely where he's meant to be. He must be on holiday. However, let's not get all excited about a bit of simple mathematics. Let's remember the graph. That's where we are. That's where it left us. We'd met 10 Dave Gormans. We've travelled 5,247 miles to meet them. You can do that one in your head, but you don't need to. I'm here to do the maths for you. That's there at 525 miles per Dave Gorman. We're just outside of the zone. But I think at this point, it is worth pausing to reflect on what that graph would look like if Royal Leamington Spa Dave Gorman had deigned to meet us.
Oh! Oh!
Now, aren't we? Dave Gorman earlier on, you get an extra Dave Gorman later on. That's the way it works. We're in the zone now. I think some of you are beginning to share my hatred for him, aren't you?
Yes!
I think you're beginning to see sense. However, that is not what the graph looks like, because he didn't meet us. So we're outside by 25 miles per Dave Gorman. It's not so bad. We can rein that in.
Yes, we can.
We got back from Italy. I found a lovely letter waiting for me from a lovely man. You know his name. He lives in the southwest of England, a little town called Warminster. There it is. We went out to meet him as soon as we could. We didn't meet him in Warminster where he lives. We met him in a little village where he works called Bishopstrow. There I am in Bishopstrow. In particular, we met him at the seafood factory that he works at. There I am outside the factory. And here's me meeting him in his lunch hour. A lovely man. You know his name. Here he is, Dave Gorman. Look at that. Oh,
hey!
Man he is. And I'll tell you what, because I was going to see a seafood factory, as you can see, I took my pet prawn along on my shoulder. Thought he might make some friends. And it was a pleasure to meet him. And there he is, you know his name. He's a business development manager for a seafood company. So you know what he does for a living, you know his name. You can see him there making his broad-shouldered way in the world. I think it's an interesting question about this man. See if you can guess. How old do you think he looks?
52.
48. OK, largely around 50,
yeah.
48, 50.
40s, 50s.
Generally. OK, well, I asked him because I wanted to see how he compared to the average Dave Gorman, who is 37 and a half and living in Holland, as you know. I could play you the tape and show you his answer. But I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
Because I don't want to do that.
Oh.
And I don't have to do that.
Oh.
Because he's here tonight. We are blessed. We are in the presence of yet another Dave Gorman. He's being looked
Yes!
after backstage by my assistant, little Dave Gorman from Edinburgh, number 5. Please, make them welcome as I say, welcome to the stage, Dave Gorman's 5 and 11!
Hey!
Nice to see you again. There you go. There's 3 Dave Gormans on a stage at the same time. It's a photo opportunity if you want to take it. No? OK. You surprised me. Dave, they've had their guess. You can tell them. How old are you?
Well, Dave, I'm 29.
Whoa! See, the thing is, Seeing him there in person, he does look a lot younger. Because obviously I'm not watching this in amazing quality. But yeah, in the photo, from what I could see, he definitely looked older.
I'm not calling you a liar, Dave. Have you got any ID?
Just in case.
OK, I've got your passport. That's got your date of birth, and I'm going to show this to the camera. He's absolutely right. He's born in 1971. There he is. Dave Gorman, born in 1971. He is indeed 29, exactly as he says. You lot should feel ashamed of yourselves. You really should. There you go, Dave. Thanks very much for that. He's 29. He's younger than he looks. He's younger than average. It's difficult to believe, but the oldest man on this stage is the one on the end. Number 5. Very glad to have you. Go on, give him a treat. Say it for them one more time. Go on.
Hello, my name is Dave Gorman.
Yes! Ooh.
That man is 29 years of age. That man is 29 years of age. And that man is 29 years of age. And there is nothing of a mirror between us. However, we're in the southwest of England and we thought we could find more while we were there, so that's what we did. We travelled from Warminster into Swindon. We managed to find another one. Here he is. His name's Dave Gorman.
Hello, my name's Dave Gorman.
He's a lorry driver, but he's a new man. He's Danny's favourite, isn't he? You liked him best of all. No disrespect to numbers 5 and 11, but 12 really did it for Danny. Really. Lots of hospitality, tea like you wouldn't, just kept coming. He showed us. We spent about 3 or 4 hours with him, right?
Tea.
The longest we'd spent with any of the Dave Gormans at this stage. And he's got a massive family, a massive extended family going back years. He's got photos. He loves to talk about it. He really does.
That's the family cottage in Ireland, and that's myself there. When I was, I don't know, perhaps 2. I was out camping holidays in the New Forest. That's an uncle, it's another Gorman. He's a Martin Gorman. That map, I think, is dated 1560. Right. But there you'll see the name O'Gorman there. Apparently quite a few of us got hanged in Dunbeg.
Right. Wow.
I've never met a man with more proof of his Gormanness in my life. And he knew loads of Gormans. He knew Martins, he knew Eds, he knew Tommies. But he didn't know one Dave. It's infuriating. And besides, we had to go. Much as I wanted to stay, we had to go. And as we left, he was very emotional. As we got to the door, he shook my hand. He went, "I wish you wouldn't go."
Oh,
really did. Lovely man, but we had to go because we knew where there was another Dave Gorman hiding. We found him. He's in North London. He works in a doctor's surgery. Here he is. Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Works in a doctor's surgery. As you can see, they've stolen his eyes. and extended his arms. Lovely little trick they've got. He does wear a name badge at work, but don't think he's an imposter. He's the real deal.
Oh, my name's Dave Gorman.
Yes.
Now that is a fantastic trip. We've been to Swindon and back, and we've met 3 Dave Gormans. That's not very far at all. That's going to do wonders for the graph. We weren't far out of the zone. I'm very confident this is what it did to the graph. Oh!
Yes!
Horizontal line! That's as good as it gets. We're straight back in there. Doesn't come much better than that. 423 miles per Dave Gorman, that is. We've met 13 Dave Gormans. We've travelled 5,503 miles. That is 423. 423 miles per Dave Gorman. That's exactly what we're after. And I'm delighted, because we've now met 13 Dave Gormans.
Hello.
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 Hello. Hello.
Hello. My name's Dave Gorman. Hello.
Every time he just gets me. So everyone else like, hello, 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 hello. And he just looks, he's not even bothered, you know. Hello.
Lucky for some, but it's lucky for me because it's put me back in the zone. And as the numbers swell and you see more and more of their faces, there's more and more of an opportunity for you to bump into a Dave Gorman. Now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight you've learned about a very special time in my life. I think in many ways tonight we've all spiritually met Dave Gorman 7 through 13.
It's like Doctor Who.
More than doubled the number of Polaroids in my album. And I hope that you have learnt some measure of respect for the Dave Gormans you've learnt about tonight. Young and old, and not as old as they look. Alike. But it's not all about tonight. Tomorrow morning, when you get up and go about your business, you might well bump into any one of these 13 men. And if that is to happen, I ask only this of you. Please, 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 don't get in their way. Don't hassle them with your questions. But do, please, do give them a big hello hug from me. Tell them that Dave Gorman says hello, and when they ask which Dave Gorman, tell them all of them. Now, I know that most of you are thinking, yeah, I'll do that. But I also know that you are fickle people. In a few days' time, this will no longer be the most important moment of your life. Which is why I'm asking each and every one of you to take an oath of allegiance, swearing that you will respect the Dave Gormans of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your right hands.
Oh, no, sorry.
Follow the words on the screen and say it with me.
I solemnly swear that I will do everything within my power to respect, honour and, if necessary, obey all Dave Gormans. I promise that whenever I meet Sir Dave Gorman, I will say hello from you, the Dave Gorman I see before me now. I will do this wherever in the world I so happen to be. But not in Royal Leamington Spa! Please, the spoil sport, a toad and a rot. Fortunately bears that name. Forever and ever. Dave Gorman.
My name's Dave Gorman, the hunt continues. Good night.
Yes! Oh my god. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, this is when it was in me. Imagine if he lost the Polaroids right there. He just went boing straight out of his hands.
Quite the best taxi to any airport I've ever had.
Oh my god. That is... Oh... This is, I've got to say, for the simplicity of this show, for the way that original Dave Gorman tells his stories, for the ingenious nature of a comedy show based around trying to find someone of your own namesake, I have to say that this might well be, so far, my favourite thing that I've reacted to on this channel. And that's some high praise. I'm not going to lie. It's like, I'm loving Taskmaster. At the time of recording this, I'm just coming to the end of recording my Series 4 reactions for Taskmaster. I'm about to move on to Series 5. I've been reacting to the British Empire. I've been reacting to Still Game, Line of Duty, Death in Paradise. You know, so many wonderful shows. But the genius of this is truly the simplicity of it. And you could all go out and try to do this. I could go out and try to do this, especially because I would say Dave Gorman probably has a more common name than you would maybe think. Because David is quite a popular name. Maybe not so much in recent years. But Gorman sounds like a name that you might find, around the world kind of easily. For me, my surname, it's not one that I would say probably is very common. I mean, I wouldn't mind looking into it and seeing if there is anyone. That would be interesting if I did ever manage to find another one of my name. Maybe I'll just do it. If I ever manage to do it, maybe I'll put it out on the channel. If I can ever manage to do that. Just for the fun of it. Maybe I'll take a little village, a little trip to because I know there's a village in the UK that the name of it is my surname. Maybe I'll do that at some point. But I really hope you enjoyed that. Probably, again, a lot of you have probably seen this for the first ever time with me, because I know that was definitely the case with the first one. Maybe you guys have seen the whole show since me doing that one, because obviously it's been about a month or so, month, 2 months, I can't remember. I can't even remember when I did the first reaction. But it is something that I am going to do monthly moving forwards. I thought about maybe doing it weekly, but I thought, you know what? Let's just spread it out. Let's spread out the enjoyment and let's just take our time with it. But unfortunately, that will mean that we don't get one next month, because next month, of course, is December. And in December, I'm basically going to be pausing all of my normal regular content and just focusing on Christmas-related content. So there is going to be a lot of stuff still happening in December, but we won't have another episode of Are You Dave Gorman? That will have to wait until the new year. So, thank you so much for joining me. Please pledge your allegiances to all Dave Gormans around the world, just not the one in Leamington Spa. But of course, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, smash that like button, and join me again next time. But for right now, my name's Kevin. I am a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.